So we're live. Welcome, you guys, to our Pacific Rim US stand-up. Here with me is Patrick. So Patrick, do you want to tell us a little bit about your day?
Yeah, so in the morning I had a team meeting with the so-called Asia team. Mega couldn't make it, but Sanja, Arun, and Tong Wei made it. So we went through status, answered a few questions, had a little bit about next stories that people could take. So I had a good meeting, and we're going to meet again on Monday because I think we're entering an area where there seems to be more questions popping up, and also Mega wasn't able to make it today, as I mentioned. So we'll be meeting again Monday. I added Firefox upgrade to the Cucumber test chain on Semaphore, and immediately after that, I ran a test that had failed CI, Arun's last previous pull request, and it still failed. So I kind of left that alone. But this afternoon, I submitted a PR for a change, which is a job email is now required for company. It's a fairly simple change. And I put the PR in, and lo and behold, the test worked, passed. So I went back and I reran Arun's test that failed, and it passed. And I ran your PR, your merge PR, and it passed. So I ran all the outstanding PRs with failed CI tests, and they all passed this afternoon. So I don't know what to make of that. Maybe the upgrade to Firefox in the chain was premature for Arun's test this morning, but it's working now. In any case, they're all working, so I think hopefully it holds.
Let's see. I just merged one PR. I'm just going to take a look at Arun's PR to see if everything is there. Then we'll see. Okay. Any blocker currently?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
And so you're merging a PR right now? Which PR are you merging?
I just merged the Vijay's PR, and I just reviewed it and merged it into development. So let's see what happens there.
So CI testing right now. Cool.
Let's see. Okay, so me today. Now I just reviewed some PRs, and yesterday we did some voting in the end of the stand-up, and I've been helping more or less Arun. He had some questions about the cruncher. I helped him get the first request from the cruncher. I think he got more or less the idea. He sent me the code that he made to correct the PR, so it looks good. And he's just missing the testing part, so he's implementing that as we speak.
Excuse me, did he submit a PR for that already?
No, he sent me he committed into GitHub and sent me the links so I could take a look at the code that he did to see if it looked good, if it didn't look good, because he was trying to execute with CURL with curl on the commands, and he was not being able to retrieve the information because he was doing gets instead of posts, and so I guided more or less what he needed to do, and also he was having some other problems.
You know that REST, just as an aside, REST client has a nice CLI command capability where you can actually run commands directly using their terminology without having to do curl. It's a nice tool.
Sorry. You said what tool?
The REST client gem has a nice CLI that bypasses the need to do curl. You can go in there, create a connection, and start running commands, gets and posts and things.
Okay.
Directly, as if you're running code. It's really cool. Excuse me.
Oh, that's interesting. I usually don't use curl, especially because if I'm developing in Windows.
Yeah, doesn't work that well.
But
Never do
what
it.
I use in it's much easier, much more comfortable. I just pick up. There's there's a plugin for Chrome and I believe Firefox and everything that's called Advanced REST API or something like that, and I just use that
Oh,
from the browser and just leave it
nice.
there. So,
Yeah, cool.
but that's it. And I'm just reviewing. Arun had some questions. He's still up. I'm not sure what his time
It's
zone.
Yeah, he just pinged me a few minutes ago asking me if I could talk to him about the spec for Cruncher service. He didn't
Yeah,
understand it.
for me as well.
Um,
And
yeah,
I
so
told him to jump into the stand up.
right now. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think it's 5:30 in the morning for him. He must have been up all night. I think that's how
yeah.
he
Because
tends to work.
I've been talking to him like at 3 and
Yeah.
before that. So
Yeah, I think his work habit is to work all night and sleep during the day.
mhm.
So
Oh,
whatever works for
okay.
you.
Yep. Okay. So anything else?
I'll
My
just
side.
I will show you what. Maybe it doesn't matter now, but I'll show you what the semaphore people told me. Let me see if I can find that. Where do I have that?
You talked to them after you upgraded the Firefox?
Yeah, and I
Hmm.
said it didn't seem to work. And do you have any other idea of what to do? And of course, oh, here we go. Um, yeah, so I'll put it in Slack.
Okay.
So I'm kind of stuck now because all of a sudden our tests are passing. I don't know what's going on, but maybe the Firefox upgrade is taking, and it wasn't before when I first tested this morning, or something else has changed in the platform environment.
That was what I was going to look for. Oh, here. But it was very slow. Where is our project definition? Our project settings here. And in terms of platform, did you change it back to Ubuntu
I did
Ubuntu LTS?
yesterday because it didn't seem to make any difference. So
We might want to maybe start using the Docker version. Maybe it's quicker. I don't know. We'll have to
could
see.
be, yeah. I don't
Uh,
know.
but yeah, it looks okay. Let me check.
How's uh how's the CI going on that PR or that merge effort?
Still running. So
Still running?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, everything looks good here. So do this, so migrate and a prepare, and then do a change on the Firefox. Yeah. Okay, everything looks good. Let me see the build. How is it going? So we already passed the thread one, and it's running for 9 minutes now. So it should be finishing right up.
Yeah, it's got to be getting close.
Yeah, it's not giving me the output of the bundle. So maybe I need to wait for it to build till the end in order to make it go or something.
Can I see that build? Can I not see that?
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
all right, let me see if I can check that out.
Just pasted it on the channel. Just click on it.
Read it. Oh, okay. Go get that. Okay. Hasn't started the cucumber test yet, though, huh?
I don't know. What I think is that it's running the cucumber tests, but it only shows you the output in the end. You know.
I thought it shows you the output as it's running the test because it spools. I mean, you can see it. It's
It
like
should.
running a tail, you know?
It should, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I hope that it would, but
Yeah.
8 minutes. It started 8 minutes, now 10 minutes ago, and still no change. So.
Okay. It's a little worrisome.
Let's wait a little bit to see if there's anything.
So Rune might have decided not to try to join this meeting because he was having. Oops, we failed. It says we failed. Where did we fail?
On the cucumber part, because the rest,
rest
is working. The thread
cucumber.
one is working. So let me try to open this. Oh, and there we go. Event and job.
Okay, usual suspects.
Same thing. Yeah. So did they advise to do what? To suggested launching the SSH session on a build which passed before you've noticed this issue. While in this, please. Yeah, but this issue is happening a long time ago, for some time. So I'm not sure if we have that coming there.
Well, I think it started sometime last week.
This no. I've been rerunning. The test for some time, I believe.
For the event management test,
yeah.
I think started last week. You think it started earlier than that?
I think so.
We've always had flaky tests failing on us, but that one, I thought last week started to just one day just started to fail and persistently failed for everybody and every time. So yeah, it may be hard to do what they're asking to figure out a clean before period.
Because, for example, I need to change this into the Docker version, and I'll just rebuild this, and eventually it might work. I don't know. So you said Arun?
He was having trouble with his connection. He had to drop 2 or 3 times. And it was hard for him to talk. We ended up doing chat, so maybe that's why he didn't want to join right now.
Okay.
Maybe just too difficult for him.
Okay then. So I think I'll have to leave now.
Yep.
And
I think we're done.
I just relaunched. The build. Let's see what happens if it works, or if it's quicker or something like that.
Can you pass me that? Oh, wait a minute. So it's J.
Oh, no, I
pass
can't.
me that link again.
Oh, the link again.
So do you want to try to do what the Semaphore people are suggesting?
It's a link, if you access it. I don't know. Do you have a clear idea when this started? Because the thing is, we might, if we can reproduce this by executing cucumber tests, we we can look into it. If you by executing the SSH there,
Yeah.
maybe we can, if we can reproduce that by executing them by hand, I think we can just look into it and try to see, just, I don't know, just check out the version 4 like a month ago and execute the test to see how it goes. But I don't know.
Well, I guess the question is, how much time do we want to invest in this silly thing? So
Not much.
I guess if it continues to be flaky every other time it passes, we may be able to live with it. But really, I think it's coming down to, if we continue to have problems, we just comment out there's that step and the following 2 lines, and maybe come back to it later. It's consuming too much time at this point.
I think so. I agree with you.
So this, where are we now? We're running, I can see we're in the agency admin feature file. So it's basically just started now. Just started. Okay.
I believe it's like in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
So I don't know. We're how
Agents.
long in? We're currently at 3 minutes, so it would take a couple of minutes more.
Where are we now? We're at agency admin. Okay, so we got through agency admin authorization. Agency admin. What are the agency people, company registration, and then I think event management. There's a lot it's got to go through.
We're in jobs already.
Well, still agency admin, adding, fiddling with job properties.
What takes more time here? It's the Selenium tests. I need to use Selenium.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to use Selenium. I wish we could just use a headless web browser. That's another thing. At some point, we could work on trying to do that using the web.
It doesn't work very well, or at least 100% of times. So I don't know.
Poltergeist has problems. I know that. That's when we say JavaScript, we're using Poltergeist, of course. But there is another headless web browser that presumably does better with modal dialogues. And that's why we use Selenium. I think it's a WebKit-based WebDriver.
Oh.
I kind of didn't even try it because I thought if it's WebKit, which is, of course, the core of the Safari browser from Apple, I wasn't sure it was going to be able to work in Windows, but I didn't investigate it further. Or in Unix.
It doesn't use. It should work in Unix because WebKit. Yeah, I think it should work in Unix as well, in Linux.
Well, at some point, if I have some time, I'll investigate using that. That would be headless. It'd be a lot faster.
Yeah.
And if we can do it using Selenium, that'd be great. These whole acceptance tests is just very frustrating when it's not deterministic like this.
Yeah.
But I guess everybody struggles with this, from what I can tell, with complex tests. Okay, so now we're in agency people. Yeah. Okay, now I think we jump to company person. Making progress. So I think Arun's working on the story having to do with given a resume, return jobs, that API interface. And he did want to take also at the same time the story for the reverse situation, given a job show me resumes, and I cautioned him, well, let's do them one at a time.
Yeah.
And it may not, I showed him the API and all of that, and he thought, well, this looks really straightforward. And I said, well, it's the first time we've done it with this API. There's a lot of firsts with this stuff. So that's one of the reasons I want to meet on Monday to see to give him a quick touch point. If he gets through it quickly enough, he can continue on. But he's ambitious, so which is good.
Yeah.
And he wants to. He learns as he goes, which is great too. And he's good about reaching out and asking questions, which I really appreciate. So once we get past company people, I think we're in event management. Did you get a chance to look at that API documentation? I did point out to Arun that we're looking at job IDs coming back, not job names.
Oh yeah, it's updated.
Oh, great.
I just did another update now, changing so that the date updates as well.
Oh, good.
When I update the documentation, so it's, and I just pushed it, so it has the latest version.
Oh, great. Good. So now we're in company registration, and then we get into event. Let's see. Do VIN for company. Where are we here? Okay, here we are. It's the second scenario that's our problem. This one worked. Hey.
This one worked.
Am I looking at the right test there?
I think we're through because we're in line 186 and it was the line 40 something, I believe.
Yeah, let's see. So, right, so it's click widget sync and I switch to the new window. Line 113, step one. Yeah, went right through it. That's working.
Yeah. So I changed it to the Docker version. I don't know if that's has anything to do with it, but I will take a look into the two PRs that we have there. I believe we'll be able to merge.
Great. Get some more tests of this thing.
Yeah. And I'll see if I can do that today and push it. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
So I'll see you Monday.
All right, have a good weekend.
Bye. You too.
Bye now.